Once upon a time, under a glowing night sky, there lived a kind girl named Cinderella. While her stepsisters laughed and danced in their fancy dresses, Cinderella sat quietly by the window, watching the stars. Her heart was gentle, her dreams were pure, but she had nothing beautiful to wear to the royal ball. Still, she smiled softly and whispered to herself, "Maybe dreams don't need fancy dresses." And then, something magical happened. A tiny white feather drifted through the window, glowing like moonlight. When Cinderella picked it up, it shimmered in her hands, and suddenly, soft voices filled the room. The feather began to sparkle brighter and brighter until it burst into a swirl of light. Feathers of silver and gold danced around Cinderella, wrapping her in a dress made of starlight and wings. Her gown glowed like the night sky, each feather glimmering with kindness and hope. Cinderella gasped in wonder. She had never seen such beauty, not from jewels or riches, but from something far more special, her own heart. That night, she went to the royal ball. When she entered the hall, everyone turned to look at her. Her feathered dress sparkled like the stars above. Even the prince stood still, his eyes wide with awe. They danced beneath the moonlight, and Cinderella felt as if she was floating on clouds. For the first time in her life, she felt free. But as the clock struck midnight, the magic began to fade. Her feathers slowly lost their glow and floated gently to the ground. Cinderella looked down and whispered, "Oh no, my dress." And then she heard a soft voice, the same gentle whisper as before. "Your light was never in the dress, Cinderella. It's in your heart." Cinderella smiled, tears shining in her eyes. She ran into the night, her bare feet leaving behind little sparkles of light. Even without her magic dress, she still glowed from the inside out. The next morning, the sun rose, and birds gathered by her window. They carried one last glowing feather and dropped it into her hands. And then she heard footsteps. The prince was there, holding another feather, the one she had lost. He smiled kindly and said, "I followed the light, and it led me to you." Cinderella's heart filled with joy. She realized that true magic never fades, because it lives in kindness, courage, and believing in yourself. From that day on, she didn't need a crown or jewels to shine. Her heart was her light, and it was brighter than any magic in the world. Sparkles moral: believe in yourself even when you lose your shine. Sparkles.